Well, hello, 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 everyone. How's everyone doing today? Let me get this music up a little bit. Mr. Vlad, good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure. So, I got my new chair put together. That Secret Labs Titan chair that I ordered. And I received yesterday during stream, remember? Not yesterday, Tuesday. Right, I carried that big ass box in my office, tried to hold it up so everyone could see it. I think it weighed like 100 pounds, it was ridiculous. Gene! I love the Luigi emote, that is awesome. Code Stencil, my friend, good to see you. Yeah, so I have my Secret Labs Titan chair put together. And I think my biggest complaint right now, it kind of smells. You know, it's a new chair. It was wrapped in plastic, right? I mean, I get it, but I mean, when you first unwrap that thing and start putting it together and sit in it, it's like, it's got an odor to it. It's not very pleasant. Followed your suggestion and trying Xamarin, AppMap, and Prism. Awesome. Yeah, AppMap makes it really easy to throw together a really quick Xamarin Forms app, doesn't it? It's just drag and drop, design it with Visio type design, and generate all that code. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, so the chair is pretty cool. I'm really liking it. Gives me a ton of support. The seat is like really firm, So you don't expect to like sink into it and be like cushy, floating on clouds. Nope, not like that at all. It's very firm, but I think it needs to be that way to provide the support that you need, right? But that thing can like recline like way back. I mean, you almost feel like you're gonna fall backwards. That's how far back it reclines. It gets a little scary. Another thing I want to point out, Vlad, give us some time. Gain more weight. Yeah, I'll try not to do that. Although, you know, Idaho is on a 21-day lockdown. My gym has been closed. I haven't been to the gym in 2 weeks already. I'm losing a lot of my muscle mass. I'm losing a lot of my weight. Like, ugh. It's frustrating, but I'll just have to work hard and get it all back, right? I did want to point out one more thing before we get started today. So you see that banner right here? Right there? You see that name? Right there. Right there. My boss just subscribed to my channel. He's probably lurking right now. That's him. Mr. Jason Perez, Senior VP of Infragistics. Now that he works from home, I guess he has all this time on his hands. He's going to watch me stream. So, yeah, exactly, Code Stencil. Now he can monitor me and see what the heck I'm talking about. You know what? Regardless, I appreciate the follow. I appreciate that subscription. You know what? He's supporting his employees. That's what he's doing. He's showing support. And I mean, if your senior VP follows you on Twitch, you know he's a true leader. Yeah, he'll know if I'm really working or not. Yes, Vlad, let's look like we were working. I mean, yes, we should definitely work. Okay. So, besides the chair, besides my new follow over there, right there. I'm gonna start working now. So let's hop into it, shall we? Okay, so Tuesday we wrapped up commanding. So we finished our demos for all of the commanding samples. So now I kind of have to see what we're doing next. So let me open up my proposal. And I think we're on module 9 now. Man, we're getting close. Soon. We only have 4 more modules, so that's 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks, and then we can record. We start recording after we finish this. Now, some authors, what they do is they'll actually they'll do all the slides and all the demos for one module, then record, then edit, and publish that module. That's how I used to do it, actually. But I'm trying it different. I'm going to try a different approach. I'm going to see if I just do all the work up front, then just start knocking out, just knock out the course. Do all the recording at once. That way it's like less context switching. You know what I'm saying? Like having to jump from the slides to the demos, to the recording, to the fixing the audio levels, to the editing, to the publishing, and do all that again for the next module. So I'm trying this approach is do all the slides, do all the demos, then I'll do all the recordings, then I'll start doing all the editing. Like I'm gonna try to just streamline the whole process, right? Okay, so it looks like, what are we doing? So, okay, so we did commanding. Next, ooh, event aggregation. Okay, let's talk about event aggregator today. This should be good. I like the event aggregator. It's so easy. Okay, no problemo. I already have a slide ready to go. Let me make sure all the animations have been taken care of. Nope. That wasn't taken care of, was it? Dan, what is this event aggregator you speak of? Well, we're about to find out. That's faux show. Stop giving me... I try to turn off this design ideas thing and it always pops back on. Like, if someone can Google how to turn that freaking thing off, that would be amazing. That is so annoying. Stop giving me design ideas. I don't want them. Well, at least not from you, PowerPoint. If it was Clippy, I might accept it. Sending messages in your application with event aggregation. Ooh, it's kind of catchy. Sending messages in your application with event aggregation. Yeah, that's a wrap. We can wrap that one. Oh, God, okay. I'm getting ridiculous now. That pic is deceptive. Where's the white-haired / beard? Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. That was actually, oh my gosh, that was not that long ago. Tech Ed? When was the last Tech Ed? That's when that was last taken. So it was only a few years ago. Or how long? Oh my God, I don't even remember when the last Tech Ed was. Yeah, no. I didn't get hair dye. I shaved. That's all it took. I got rid of the hairs by shaving the gray hairs. Okay, so now I have content on Event Aggregator. Let's go find it. Training, Prism training. That may have been a day 2. So that's when we talk about MVVM. View model registration, communication. We talked about, oh, yep, it's in here. It's in here. Event Aggregator. Perfect. Okay. Okay, this isn't bad. This is not bad. I think we can use most of this, actually. So what do we have? We have just the normal Event Aggregator stuff, right? And then we have how to filter events, how to unsubscribe from events, and then we're done with that. Okay, so this one shouldn't be bad. Especially since we could probably copy and paste most of the stuff. Okay. Okay. Oh! I have other content I can use. Hold on. I think I can take from my Xamarin Forms course that I was working on. Yes. Yes. I could probably copy. Yes, I can. I can do that. I'm gonna copy and paste all this mess. Look at this. Copy all. Oh, this might be the fastest day ever. Like, fastest we've ever done a slide deck. Bam! Beautiful. Death Knight. Hello. Thanks for joining. Today we are working on the Event Aggregator. Sending messages, loosely coupled, beautiful, easy to maintain. Okay, done with that slide deck. This one. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy and paste these. Paste. Okay, benefits. Yeah, sure. We can leave it at benefits. Because I know Pluralsight likes to have, you know, more descriptive headings or agenda items, bullet points. But I don't want everything ending in event aggregation. Benefits of event aggregation. Okay. So let me copy that to the last one. I think we'll be able to, I mean, make like minor modifications to this. Hopefully we could just get into samples today. Just code. Okay. Hold on. I do need one. I need that. So we're going to talk about benefits, event aggregator, how to use it, demo. Using the event aggregator. That's nice. Coding isn't as fun as PowerPoint. I know. You know what? I think I got to quit coding. I think I'm converted. I think I just want to be a professional PowerPoint user and just create PowerPoints for people. That is so much more fun than coding. Said no one ever. Oh, how sad is that? Okay. So we're going to do some filtering. Bam. Filtering events. What else we got? And unsubscribe. Bam. Unsubscribing. Whoops. Unsubscribing from events. Did I spell that right? Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Cool. Death Knight. Brian Lagunas, Infragistics VP of PowerPoint. Dan, you'd have to go against those 5R guys. You're going to do a PowerPoint for $5? No. No, my rate is like 500 an hour. And you see how slow I am on PowerPoint, so it probably isn't worth it for you. I'm just gonna put that out there. Probably better off with the 5R guys or gals. Okay. Let's kind of go through this and see what I have. Okay, so we need some animations on this. That's easy. Select all animations, smack. And on click. Okay, got that. Yeah, I'm afraid you're right, Dan. I'm probably better off sticking with code. All right, so we're going to talk about what event aggregation is, benefits, how do we communicate with the event aggregator, how do we filter events, and how we unsubscribe from an event. So Martin Fowler put it as an event aggregator is a simple element of indirection. And then I talk about in depth about exactly kind of how that works, right? What he means by that. Then we go into kind of how it actually functions, right? So we have some views, and then we have a source, and we have a target of the event, and then we have this event aggregator that kind of sits out there, and it contains a collection of events that we're going to either subscribe or publish, right? And then so you'll have one that subscribes, your source will publish, that event will be raised, and it will receive that event. Boom. Pretty good, like, explanation, visual explanation, I think. However, since I wrote this for mobile, I'm not sure if I should update these screenshots or not. Like, okay, you're a Pluralsight subscriber, and you're watching my course, and you come up to this slide deck, and here I am explaining event aggregation. Does it bother you that these views look like mobile devices? Or should I make them look like windows, like code windows? Does it matter? Because I can replace these visualizations, it's just doesn't matter. SJP68. I see you, my friend. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for joining. So what are your opinions? Should I change these? So Dan says for WPF it should look like a desktop. You just like creating more work for me, Dan. That's all that is. You want me to do more work. Ugh. I mean, it would be extremely difficult. Death Knight plus mobile is dead. Okay, so we'll come back to this then. I'll probably come back and make these look like windows. We'll find a better looking icon for that. Code stencil might be difficult to follow for a non-phone dev. Yeah, you're probably right. I should probably change these. We'll change these. We'll come back to that. Okay, then we talk about the benefits of event aggregation, which includes, I mean, simple communication. And it's not simply communication. Oh my god, simple communication. I'm glad I found that one. Oh my gosh. Yep, gotta fix that too. So let's go view layout, remove. We'll add our own animation. Death Knight. Oh. SJP68, hi. Just a newbie question. Are you going to be adding this to YouTube channel? Yes, I am. As Death Knight pointed out, I will be. I archive all of my past Twitch streams on my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, you'll also find other content related to development. Right now, I just kind of wrapped up a desktop to web series on how to take your WPF skills to the web with Angular likes. So I just wrapped up that series. I have some .NET Core stuff. I have some Prism stuff. I have a new series I'm trying to start called Ask Brian. I'm still trying to get some content for that, actually. Ever since I started that series of Ask Brian, I'm not getting a lot of questions anymore. It's like, wow, okay. Funny how that works. Okay, so where are we? All right, so yeah, we talked about simple communication, reduced coupling, Death Knight. I can ask a ton if you want. Coupling, reduction, friction, reduction, mem management issues, reduction. What? You lost me, Code Stencil. You lost me. Yes, Death Knight, serious questions. They must be serious questions. Okay, so we reduce friction. We talked about reduce memory management issues because... Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to talk about it here, actually. I'm going to talk about it right here. Let me add some animations to these. Now, one of the cool things... Okay, let me back up. Okay, this is all good. Then we move into the event aggregator. Like, what is the event aggregator? We talk about how it's used to achieve loosely coupled event-based communication. I talk about all that kind of junk, right? Multiple publishers and subscribers. So the cool thing about the event aggregator is you can publish an event from multiple places, and you can have multiple subscribers listening for all those different events, right? So it's pretty cool. Death Knight. No, I was being serious that I would ask serious questions. I'll try to come up with a few if you don't want the series to be canceled. Yes, always send me your questions. Send me your questions, and if they're questions I get a lot of, I'll do a video on it, right? Death Knight knows I'm actually pretty responsive, or as responsive as I can be on Twitter and email. So, yes, please reach out. Okay. Oh, yes, another thing about event aggregators, you could pass parameters. They're called payloads, kind of. But you can think of them as parameters, right? You can filter events. This is the cool part. They're weak events, right? So, they automatically clean up after themselves, okay? So you don't have to worry about managing that memory. The only time you have to worry about unsubscribing from an event is if you specifically say to keep this event around. And you do that by setting the keep subscriber reference alive to true. Okay, if you do that, then it will not clean itself up, and you will have to manually unsubscribe from that event. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then we talk about using the event aggregator. Okay, this is good. I have animations in here. Looks like it works. So we create an event, pub sub event of T. T is your payload. And actually, I'm going to change this. Let's make that a string. I'm going to say some value. We'll make this a string. Parameter. Just going to mix that up a little bit. I think that's better. Yeah, that job gets in the way sometimes. Dan, sounds like they should go to the gym. What are you talking about? How's your Xamarin test? Oh, so Death Knight is asking Dan about his Xamarin test project he's working on. Yeah, why don't you tell everyone about that, Dan? How much fun you're having with that, and how awesome the Xamarin Android stuff is. Oh, Dan, I get it. So Dan said, you know, they sound like they need to go to the gym, and then it was a really poor joke attempt because I said the events are weak. Where's my doo-doots? I need a sound for doo-doots. God. That's worse than dad joke, man. That is. But you know what? A C for effort. Okay, so yeah, so we create an event by just creating a class that derives from pub sub event of T, which is your data type, right? Your payload type, your parameter type. Then you have a publisher, and this publisher is you're going to use the get event, the name of the event, or the type of the event, not the name, the type of the event, and then you call the publish method off of that, and you pass your parameter that's the same type as that you provided in the T, right? And then, of course, you have to have a subscriber that actually listens for this event. So you'll get an instance of the event aggregator. You'll call get event, type of event, and then you subscribe. And when you subscribe, you provide that method as a delegate to be invoked when this message is received. And so you'll have this delegate method that looks like this, right? Something saved, and then you'll have some arguments that match the type of the event type. Event argument type here. Whoops, didn't mean to click there, right? So it's actually pretty easy. Really easy, actually. This is probably one of the easiest concepts to understand in Prism. Okay, I have an event. I'm going to publish it. And then other things are just going to subscribe to it and react. Fire and forget, boom, right? Now, one thing about this is you can't control the order in which these events are invoked. So if you're doing a lot of events and you're expecting them to happen in a certain order, you can't guarantee that at all. And you can even control what thread these events are published on. So you can publish from a background thread if you want, okay? But for the most part, you don't really have to do that. But if you're doing multi-thread, like real multi-threading, you might do that, right? So Dan says he has his test thing going pretty well with Xamarin Android. Yeah, he's actually streaming. He streamed about it yesterday? I think yesterday. Yes, yesterday, because I remember being heads down working. I started working at 7:30 a.m. yesterday. I missed breakfast. I missed lunch. I didn't eat till like 2 o'clock because I was just slammed with just meetings and making stuff happen, right? All right, so now at this point is where we write a demo. So that's good. So filtering events. So, okay. Need an animation. We only have one, which is awesome. Death Knight missed lunch, but you never missed lunch. I did yesterday. What? I didn't miss it. I ate it at 2 o'clock. I did miss lunch with my wife, though. She came home, and I was working, and she was out there. And oh, well. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Okay, so filtering events. So one thing that's really cool about the event aggregator is you can actually filter events based on that parameter or that payload that you pass around, right? And it's actually really easy to do. And in this case, I have a... Oh, crap, I have to update all these too. Ugh. Okay, but then I have another like visual representation of how this works, right? You have a publisher, you're subscribed. This one's an ID of 1. This is an ID of 2. That's an ID of 3. So all these are expecting different IDs, right? But they're gonna subscribe to this event. And so when we publish this event, we can publish with that parameter, in this case, ID of 2. And so we're going to filter all of these events based on if the ID matches the parameter. And so in this case, only the view that is subscribed, or the object that's subscribed that matches the ID of 2, will receive it. Pretty cool. Death Knight, hazard pay. You know what? Hey, Jason, if you're watching, you see that comment right there? I kind of agree with Death Knight. I might deserve some hazard pay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I am treated extremely well at Infragistics. They have gone beyond any expectation any employee would have for any type of hazard pay. They have... I'm good on hazard pay for the next 7 years. That's how good they treat me, so... Alright. So, that's kind of how it works. It's really easy. And so, when we look at how we're going to filter this event, it happens in the subscribe method. Okay? Specifically, so we have our delegate method, person saved. Actually, I'm going to rename this. I don't want person saved. What do I call it in this one? Saved event. Let's call it saved event. Okay, so that's saved event. I'll just say saved. On saved. Something like that. Let's go. What did I name it back here? Something saved. That's better. I want something saved. Dan, you'll have to sell the Corvette to keep the wife happy. Dan, I already sold the Corvette. I sold that last summer. I really did. I'm not joking. You didn't know it? Of course, yes, I sold it. The problem with the Corvette, amazing car, right? I went and had it supercharged. I mean, that thing was 700 horsepower of just pure, you know, beating my chest. Gets a little scary to drive though because there's so much horsepower in it. I could be going 70 miles per hour down the road, stomp on the gas, and lose traction, right? At 70 miles an hour down the highway. I went from 0 to 188 miles per hour in like 12 seconds. Let that sink in for a minute. Okay? That's nuts. So, it's a little scary. However, upgraded to a more sporty car like a minivan. Yes, SBJ. Dan he's always behind. He's always playing catch up. I don't know what it is. He doesn't pay attention. I thought he was my friend. We talk every day. Like literally every day we talk. And he just doesn't care. Yeah, so but the thing about it is I live in Boise, Idaho. And so we only get summer for 3, maybe 4 months out of the year. Maybe. Right? Depending on how our fall goes. If we have a good fall, I can drive it longer. So... Uh-oh. That was... I just saw my, my stream speed slow down just a second. That kind of worried me. I thought I was having internet issues. Looks like I'm good. Looks like it's stable. Okay, but so... That means that that car sat in my shop, covered up for the winter, for essentially 8-9 months out of the year. That is a huge waste of money sitting in that freaking shop, right? So it just, because of where I live, it just didn't make sense to keep it. It really didn't. Code Stitzel, yeah, same here in Alberta, Canada. 3 months of summer max. Exactly. Death Knight, go west. I am west. I am west. Look up Idaho. I'm about as west as I can get. Besides Oregon. in Cali. Staying up Cali, it's a disaster. Dude, I drove to Cali on a road trip one time, and the traffic there was ridiculous. Straight, you'll have 8-lane wide highways, and it's a parking lot. It's ridiculous. Like, nope, never, ever moving there. Ever. No. No. Okay, so as I was saying, so I sold it because it was in my shop, sitting there 8-9 months of the year, and yeah. And plus, tires were really expensive on that thing. We're talking like $500 a tire, $600 a tire. Okay, and with that much horsepower, let's just say the tires didn't last long. So yeah. Yes, Dan, I believe you. They can make them 16 lanes in California, would still be a parking lot. The M25 Orbital around London is the worst. Death Night. Parents actually went to LA as a gift for my niece's 13th birthday. Yep, drove it. The DC traffic is as bad as I'm gonna go. Death Night. Plus, you want to get the new Corvette. You know what? No, I learned my lesson. Because of where I lived, I learned my lesson. So I'm just gonna put my money in other things. All right, let's get back. I'm gonna get back to this. I gotta focus. All right, so to filter an event is quite simple, right? We just provide a delegate to provide to filter the event. So we get the parameter, and this parameter is gonna be whatever you're passing. It could be an object. It could be a string like this. I don't know if I should name it param or just like p like this. Maybe I should just do it like that. Yeah, I think I'll do it like that. And then you just check. You check that parameter. You see if it's the value you're looking for. And if it is, then you'll continue. Then this method would invoke. If it's not, then nothing in this method will never invoke, right? So this is it. This is how easy it is to filter your parameters. And so I'm not sure how I should do this. I'm not sure if I should just show it all at once, or if I should do like a slow reveal, right? I'll just show it all at once. Screw it. I don't care. Okay. Then we talk about unsubscribing. Okay. This looks pretty self-explanatory. Whoops. Messed that one up, didn't I? Yeah, so let's say that 1, you no longer want to receive events, or 2, you had a strongly you set that property, the keep subscriber alive property, to true. Like you're gonna force this thing to stay alive. In that case, you would have to manually unsubscribe, and you can do that with the event handler or a subscription token. Maybe I should say event handler, because it's really a delegate. The delegate handler. That's not really... I mean, it is an event, but it's really, you're passing in the delegate as the method as a delegate. So maybe I should just say the delegate method. That's what I'll say. That's better. Okay. So that, bow. Okay, now how do you unsubscribe? Full Stack Live! Thank you for the follow. You are appreciated. And thanks for joining us today, where we are learning about event aggregation. Event aggregation and unsubscribe delegate method. Let's make sure we name things. So in this case, we have an event. Yep. And then we unsubscribe using the... see, I don't like this naming. Saved method. I'm going to just say saved method. Don't want to confuse anybody. Let's go back to event filtering. If the payload is called payload, and if there is a public string called ID, can you filter? Yes. Yes, we can. Hold on. Let's go back to filtering. So let's say this saved event, like you said, is of type person, right? So it's more like this. And that's a person object, okay? You can totally say, hey, if person.name equals Brian, or if person.address, whoops, dot line 1 equals, you know, whatever. Like, you can pass objects as your payload, most definitely. You can do that. Now, there's one thing that bothers me about this API, is that in order for me to provide a filter, I actually have to provide a publisher thread, and if we're going to keep this thing alive. I don't like that. I think I'm going to add some API to this to make it to where I could just have the method and a filter. Right? Let's simplify this a little bit. Hey, Dan, could you add an issue for us? You know what? Screw it. We'll just do it right now. We'll just do it right now. Happy Thursday. Full Stack Live was so close to making a snide remark on PowerPoint. Go for it. But you know what? It's a necessary evil in a Pluralsight course. Necessary evil. Let's go ahead and do this. I'll add a feature request. Add overload to event aggregator. If I can spell. Yes, Brian Lagunas, I can watch you file an issue. Add overload to event aggregator to provide delegates and filter only. Okay, so what we want to do, what's our summary? We want to provide an API to the event aggregator that allows a developer to provide a filter without having to specify a thread and the what is it? The keep subscriber alive options. And let's fix my spelling because I cannot spell. I fat finger a lot. You know what, Dan? That's a long title, but it's descriptive. Right? It's descriptive. Full Stack Live, yeah. If I'm honest, after trying heaps of alternatives, I'm back to exercising my Stockholm Syndrome with Keynote myself. Yeah, I understand. Yes, PowerPoint is a necessary evil. Okay, so this API changes. Let me open this up. We're gonna do this. Let's copy this. No, I don't want an image. Okay, I'll have to type it. Okay, we'll say event aggregator dot get event of t, which is, I don't know, my event, right? Dot subscribe method and filter. There. And we will, not project, label. This needs to be a WPF, and I will assign it to myself. Okay. Looks good. New issue. Vlad. Brian, AppMap is not OS, is it? How should I file a bug? Add an issue with the latest VS preview. Okay, so for one, preview are never supported. Just so you know, previews are never supported. However, Vlad, are you on the Prism, the private Prism Slack channel? If not, just hit me up on Twitter because it's not open source. It's not open source. Right? So hit me up on Twitter, or if you're on the Slack channel, we actually have a... here, let me bring up the Slack. Better hide it. So we have a channel for Xamarin Forums, and you can just throw it in here. Right? So we're up to 902 people. Woohoo! Yes, okay. So, Vlad, go ahead and just start a conversation there. And I'll work with you to figure out what's going on there. Death Knight, what is AppMap? Sure, we could do this. Marketplace, visualstudio.com. Visual Studio extension, AppMap. So if you open up Visual Studio and you look for Infosys AppMap, this is a project template that I wrote that allows you to create Xamarin Forms applications by using a Visio design surface type experience. Like it's, you drag your page types, you make connections on how they navigate to one another, and then you hit go, and it generates all your code, all your views, all your view models, all the navigation code is generated for you automatically. And it's completely free. It's no paywall, no sign up wall, nothing. So if you are a Xamarin Forms developer or you want to play with Xamarin Forms and Prism, this is the fastest way to get started, hands down. Right? So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And you know what, just for fun, if you guys are curious, I will just I'll just paste that in there. Okay, so back to slides. Okay, let's get through this so we can start working on our samples. I think this is pretty good though. Okay, so filtering. So unsubscribing, I think this is fine. And you can unsubscribe with a token as well. BMax691. Burnax, not BMax, Burnax. I'm sorry, Burnax691. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the follow. You are joining us at a great time because we are talking about event aggregation. And so I'm doing this Pluralsight course, and one of these modules is event aggregation. So we're about to write the demos for it, actually. I think we're done with the slides. I can come back, and on my own time, I can update these images. So that's not a big deal. I'll come back and update that. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Let's get into code. Let's start writing some code. Come on, minimize. This is too big. This is too big. All right, I am under my dev. Pluralsight, do not delete. Module 9. Right? What do you think about Rabbit in production? RabbitMQ. I've never heard of RabbitMQ. Sorry. Can't help you there, Burnax. Not an area of my expertise. Okay. So let's start Pluralsight. Let's look at my old course, right? And let's see what I did for my old course. Oh, wow. My old course wasn't as in-depth, actually. Ooh. Oh, RabbitMQ is a well-proven message bus. Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't used it before. There's a number of message buses out there. What was the one I used to use? A long time ago, there was another real popular message bus. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Oh, that's going to bother me now. I used it all the time for all my .NET projects. MSMQ. That might, yes. No, that's not it. But I know MSMQ. But that's not it. Spring. No, it wasn't Spring. No, not MQTT. I think it was more of an open source framework. Not Spring, not. Oh my gosh, now that's bothering me. Something .NET message bus. Master, that's not it. I know. I'm gonna get all the news. In service bus, that's it. In service bus. That's what it was. I used to use that a lot back in the day. Okay. I'm going to look at our WPF Prism samples and see if I can reuse those. So we have, look at this. Look at the, oh, I might be able to do this. Okay. Start creating our folders using event, well, not a space. Using event aggregator. Filtering events. And what else we have? Huh. We're going to have unsubscribed from events. Well, unsubscribe events. Right? Yes. WMATA joke. Oh, I live in DC, so the in-service buses aren't... Oh, okay. I'm telling you, I need a little sound bite there. I need a sound bite. I need to do better on my Twitch game. With the I need to get emotes. I gotta do like whatever the bits things are. I haven't figured those out yet. Channel points. I still have to talk to Dan about that. Like I gotta learn more about this system than just going live, right? Okay, so one thing I want to do is I want to take a before. Let's copy this using event aggregator. We need a before and after folder. And let's see what this looks like. What state is this in? Talk to CSharp Fritz. He's got all the goodies. Yes, he does actually. He's a busy man. I don't want to bother him for little stuff like that. I'll just do the research on my own. SJB, are you going to retire the Intro to Prism course? I was wondering when you were going to do that, since that's ancient material. We're updating it right now. That's what you're watching. That's what you're watching. Right, so let's go back to Pluralsight, Prism Introduction. This course, we are updating in this stream at this very moment. That's why you're seeing slide decks. That's why we're creating these demos, because we are updating that course right now. And so hopefully in the next 2 months, it'll be done and published with all the new updated stuff. Yay! Okay, where are we at? Let's see, what do we have here? Dan, we talk every day and you still haven't actually done more than you say you need to do. Talk to me about it when you're streaming. Hahaha, yeah. I'm listening, Dan. Okay? I'm listening. No problem, SJB. No problem. So, okay, this is a very simple project to start with. We want to change this. What are we doing here? I want to know what we're doing for using Event Aggregator. What does this project look like? Oh, wow, this looks complicated. We probably need to simplify it a little bit, but let's just see what we have. I'm hoping I can just copy and paste some of this. Death Knight Dan won't be ignored. Okay. Okay, oh, this is not bad. We can do this. We can totally do this. Let's do this. Okay, let's copy what they're doing. Or, not what they're doing, what I did earlier. This is a sample I did a while back. They don't need to be in different modules, so we can... Message list, message view. All right, let's copy this. We will take the same approach in this demo. So let's start by deleting this and this. Yes. Well, I didn't mean to delete the views folder. I didn't mean to do that. We'll add that back. What? What do you mean? Why did that... That's weird. Let's add a new user control and see if it shows up. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on. Prism. WPF. User control. Message view. Message. What are we going to call this? Message. I don't want to call it message view. Message. Input. I want it to be descriptive. Yeah, that was weird. It added my views back. Message input view model. Okay, perfect. Have my view model. That's all there. The next view I need to add a new item. WPF Prism user control. We'll go message list. Bam. Now, did you see what happened there? So I created a new user control for WPF, but I used the let me do this again. Add new item. I did an add new item, a Prism user control. And so what this does is it creates the view and the view model for me, and it automatically applies the AutoWire view model attached property for me. Right? So that was so much easier. So much easier. All right. Let's start with the message input, and I'm going to do a little copy and paste. From here, what do we have? Stack panel. Looks pretty simple to me. Okay. Ooh, if we do this, I'm going to have to modify my shell. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we need to modify the shell just a tad. I bet I already did it in the other project. We'll have two, right? Yes, we do. Copy paste. But I'll call this message input region. Message list region. There. Easy. Update title to remove Unity. Where? Where's Unity? Did I miss it? I hope I didn't copy and paste that in anywhere. So we have a new one of that. Let's go to our module. This is going to be message input region, right? Type of message input. Okay, great. I deleted it. Awesome. Message list region. Message list. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Got that. What's next? Let's do the message list, which I think was just a simple list box. Yep. That's easy. All right, so let's just run this and see if I broke anything yet. Because when you copy and paste, you just never know what's going to happen. Okay, good. We have our message, our text box. We can send a message and boom. Okay. Awesome. So now, looks like we have a send message command, a message property. So message input view model. Message view. Okay. More copy and paste. Bam and bam. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, perfect. And here we'll say send message command equals new delegate command, send message. And we'll create that method. Okay. Because this is the before. Remember, this is the before, so we want to get this kind of set up to just be able to add to it. And if we look back, I think that's all we need to do. This will come later. That will come in the after sample. Right now, we're just setting the sample up. Okay, so now we will look at the view models here. Let's see. Observable collection of string. That's pretty straightforward. That's extremely straightforward, actually. Okay. We will do that. And we'll initialize that collection. All right. I think we have... it set up. I think we're good. I think this is the before. Let's run it. Yes, perfect. Okay. Now, actually, for the sake of time, should I create the core project here? Should I just add that? A new project. Not WPF at .NET user control, .NET core. Prism demo.core. I'm thinking I should just add this. Well, hold on. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this for a second, because this is important. You don't need to put your events in a core project unless it's going to be shared across multiple modules. Right? So, I'm thinking that maybe I don't need this core project, because in this case, I'm just using one module. However, if I had two modules, then I would have to put it in a shared project. And you know what? I think that's why in this sample, that's why I had two modules. That's why I did that. Okay, that's what I need to do. We need to add a new module. That's why I did it. Because I was demonstrating how you can communicate between modules that have no references to each other, right? So, yeah, I gotta add that. Shoot. No problem. No problem. We'll just add it. We will just add it. So we'll call this module B. And I will make sure that is in module B. Install. Yep. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put that in core. Sure. Dan, good call, because it's actually amazing how many people will not make the leap to have a core project to be shared by multiple projects. Yes. Yes, you are right. And that's exactly why I had to do it this way. Oh, wait a minute. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Let me make sure I remove that. Module B. Delete. But why, Brian? Why are you doing that? Well, because I'm going to save myself some time. I'm going to create a new Prism module. Prism module, .NET Core 3. Bam. Module B. Create. There. Now it's all added for me. Okay. I have my view, but I do need to delete this. I'm going to take message list, and I'm actually going to move it into here. My message list view model, and move it into here. So now I could delete those two. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, delete that view, delete that view. Come in here. This is now module B. Module B. Oh, this is so much easier than creating all that stuff from scratch. Okay. Okay, so now, cut. Paste. And actually, let's copy this. Awesome. Oh, one more thing. One more. No. I want to add a reference. Bam. There we go. Okay. So, what I did was I took that multiple view and I actually split it up into separate assemblies. Okay. And so, what this is going to demonstrate with the event aggregator is that I'm going to communicate from module A, right, from this message input, to this view model in module B. The important thing to note here is that module B does not reference module A, and module A does not reference module B. So there is no knowledge of either of these views or view models between these two modules. And we're going to use the event aggregator to communicate and send messages between these two assemblies. And that is freaking awesome. So let me run this. Just make sure it all works before I call it good. Okay, this looks good. Hold on. Hit a breakpoint. Perfect. Okay, it does work. We have created our before project. So now we can copy all that. Oh, no. Ooh, I copied the wrong one. Ooh, that was close. That was close. I need to be here. Using event aggregator. Before. Copy that one. After. Paste. Now we can implement the after. Dan, wait, why are you making that a WPF issue? That's a core issue. Ooh. Great point, Dan. Great point. I forgot that was in core. Oh, dang it. We don't even have core. Actually. Won't fix. My favorite one. Help wanted. Duplicate. Documentation. Do not merge. Let's add a label, shall we? Let's add a core. And let's make it... What color are we gonna make it? That looks good. Good point, Dan. Thanks for pointing that out. I appreciate that. Good looking out. Core. There we go. That's better. Good catch. Good catch. Okay, so now we have the after. So we have to implement the event aggregator. So the first thing we need to do, because we have, let's look at the app, right? And let's talk about what's going to happen here. What we have here is we have two different views coming from two different assemblies. And we want to send a message by when we click this button, whatever we type in here when we click this button, we want to send that message to the other view, the list box here, in the other assembly. And that other assembly is going to say, oh, hey, I heard you loud and clear. Let me take that message and let's add it to this list box. So let's do that. The first step is we have to actually have an event. So, I mean, let's add a folder. Let's do this. Events. Add a new class. What do we want to call this? Message sent event. Okay. This is going to derive from pub sub event of t, and we're going to make it a string. Add our using statement, make it public so everyone can use it, and we're done. That's all it takes, right? So we're basically saying this class is going to represent an event, and the payload / parameter type is going to be of type string. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that module A can reference module B, the core, and module B can reference the core. So we're going to add references to the core. I should probably update, you know what? I should probably update our before project to do that automatically, actually. Okay, so now that we have an event, wait a minute. 3.1. 3.1. Ah. I gotta update my templates, people. I gotta update that Prism template pack. Let's try this again. What? Package downgrade. Did I not upgrade? Oh, wait a minute. I have 2 different versions here. Yeah, update. Install. Module A, Module B. Core has the newest. Oh, actually, I want them all to use... Yeah, let's do the... Have I been using an old version? Oh, don't tell me I've been using an old version. Well, luckily nothing... That's probably just like a bug fix or something. Not a big deal. Let's see. Are we good now? We are good. Awesome. Okay, so I will have to go fix that. I will have to go fix the before, because that's an issue. Okay. So now, let's start with our publisher. Our publisher is going to be the message input, right? Dan, you're using an old version. Luckily, it's not that old, right? Probably just had like a minor bug fix or something. So we need a subscriber. In this case, our subscriber is going to be the message input. And what we want to happen is when we hit this button, that send message button, we want to send the message using event aggregator for the message sent event. So let's do that. And the way we do that is we're going to ask for the event aggregator right here in the constructor. And we want to save this off into a private backing field here, right? Perfect. And then all we have to do is say event aggregator, get event of t, and this is the type of the event that we want to send, okay? In this case, it's message sent event, add our using statement, dot, whoops, what happened there? Dot, there we go, publish. And then our payload, right? The parameter we're going to send. In this case, it's the message. Perfect. Well, now we are publishing an event. So now that we have a publisher, what does that mean? Well, it means we need a subscriber. And in this case, our subscriber is going to be the message list view model. So once again, what do we got to do? Well, it's very simple. Just ask for the event aggregator, add your using statement. Then we're going to say event aggregator, get event, message sent event, add our using statement, And in this case, we're going to subscribe. And when we subscribe, we got to provide a method for this. On message received. Something like that, right? Now that we have this, what should I call it? Should I call it payload? Parameter? I'll call it payload. It's shorter. Now that we have this, we can say messages dot add. I'm gonna just have our payload. Or you know what? You know what? Let's do this. We'll call it message. That's better. So let's go ahead and run this application. Death Knight, is the event aggregator provided by DI? Yes. So the event aggregator is a core service to a Prism application. This means it's automatically, right? It's already done for you. It's registered with the container. And my groceries are here. I will be oh no, my kid's gonna get it. Okay, great. Yes. I order my groceries. Yes, I'm lazy. I know. I don't like to go to I hate going to the store. I hate it. I always have. Okay, so now, yes, Death Knight, to finish that question, yes, the event aggregator is automatically registered to the container when you create a Prism application. So you can ask for that iEvent aggregator in any view or view model constructor, and you'll just get it automatically. It'll just happen for you, okay? And that's just a huge benefit of Prism and dependency injection in general. So now I have this message. I'm going to hit send message. Look at that. Look how easy that is. Now remember what's going on here. Dan, thanks, brother. I'll see you next time, man. Remember what's happening here. What is happening here is very impressive because we have a single executable here. Okay. Now this project, not the app, sorry. This project, we're defining 2 regions. That's all. We are specifying these 2 content controls to act as regions to host views. And we don't know where they're coming from. We have no idea what's going to be, what they're going to be, what they're going to look like. Nothing. We just know at some point in time, we're going to have views injected in these 2 areas. Okay. Now, then what we have going on is those 2 views exist in 2 separate projects, 2 separate assemblies. And these assemblies have no dependency on each other, right? None. Module A doesn't depend on Module B, right? And Module B does not depend on Module A. However, we are still able, using the event aggregator, we are able to send messages and communicate between these 2 unrelated, unreferenced assemblies. That is awesome. And look how easy it is. Look how easy that was. That was ridiculous. Every app should do that. That should just be built in. All right. So this is done. Check. Check, did it. Oh, yes. Let's stop debugging. Hold on. Actually, I want to test something. Pow, 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 pow. Ah. Pow, 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 pow. That's so fun. Okay. And keep in mind, you can have multiple publishers and multiple subscribers. So although in this message input, we're publishing from here, you can have multiple classes publishing the same message with different parameters, right? And you can have multiple classes subscribing to the same message for performing different tasks. So yeah, I love the event aggregator. It's awesome blossom. All right, so what we do need to do, now that we have that done, let's go back to our before, because we have to fix that little build error. Vlad, saw a little lag there. You could try to click a little faster. Yeah, that's like spam. Okay, we got to fix, I think it was Module B. Yes, that was the problem. And let's go ahead. Let's add a project. Let's go ahead and just set this up for success. Because I want the before project to build if you use it, right? Install. Okay. Igor CBP. What? No, where's my moderator? Where's my moderator? How do I... You know what? Block! Get out of here. Get out of here with that crap. Dan left. Yeah. That's right, Vlad. Brian, you're famous now because you have bots. Well, I just blocked that freaking bot. Hopefully it worked. Okay, let's see here. What was I doing? Oh, yes. I think I was just making sure I updated everything properly. Let's run it, and we should be good. And we're good. Cool. Okay. Done. Death Knight. Hopefully one day Brian could do a deep dive into the Prism source code. I'd love to see that. Hey, you know what? After this course, why not? Why not? Okay, so now we finished that sample. Let's go back and do filtering events. Let's do a before. And we will put all of this in there. Right, okay, that's before. We'll do an after. Now let's do the after. Okay. Kind of done. What about filter, event filtering? Oh, oops. Sorry, there's a lag time here. Yes, there could be a little lag. No, we actually have like, after this, we have 3 more modules. Then I have to do all the recording. I'll show you how I edit them, how I publish them, the whole shebang on how to create a Pluralsight course. So if you're thinking about doing a Pluralsight course yourself, this is what you have to look forward to. This is how much work it takes, right? So now this sample is filtering events. And we already have, let's go to our message list. And let's filter an event. See, this is what I don't like. This is our filter. So we can do, what are we going to do here? Message. We call it message, right? Message.contains Brian. Something like that. Maybe that. Maybe that. So what I'm saying is, I'm going to subscribe to this event. And if the message contains Brian, I will add it. Right? If it doesn't contain Brian, this on message received, this will never invoke because it doesn't match my filter criteria. Right? So I'm gonna come in here, let's run the app. We'll send our message. Now, nothing's happening. Right? Nothing's happening. However, the message is still being sent. Let's go to our view model here. Let's hit a breakpoint. Right here. The message is still being published with the parameter that's in the text box. However, in this specific case, we have a filter that says if the message contains the word Brian, well, then I will accept and handle that message. Okay? If it doesn't, I don't care about it. Like, go away. Go away. I'm not interested. Okay? So, if I say send message to Brian, bam! Bam, 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 bam. Send it to Dan. Nope, sorry, you're not Brian. I don't care about that one. Send it to Death Knight. Nope. Sorry, Death Knight. You're not Brian. There we go, right? So, that's how easy filtering is. Super easy. Extremely easy. It's sad how easy that is. Okay, demo done. Demo done. Demo done. Okay, so now let's do something else. This one is done. Let's open. Okay. Let's take this one, this after. Copy. And now let's learn how to unsubscribe from events. Before. And after. Yeah, I'm really glad I decided to do the before and after, because if you're watching this Pluralsight course, you don't have to do all that setup, right? It's just there. You'll have all this code. You'll start here. You'll finish there. I think every author should do this. So if you're thinking of writing a Pluralsight course, you should provide a before and after. It's not required. Pluralsight does not require this. I'm just doing it because I think it's helpful. I don't know if you guys can hear this background music, but I'm jamming out to it. I should have it somewhat low. Okay, so in this case, let's think about this. I want to show how we can unsubscribe from the message. Maybe add a checkbox. Maybe add a checkbox, subscribe, unsubscribe, or maybe we should add it to this view over here. Well, maybe, yeah, yes. Let's do that. Let's go to module B, because this is where the subscription's happening. What if we did Tyranius? What about menus and modules? Like I have a menu in the main window and load a module which adds a menu. I did it with like a menu service where I can register a menu for the model, but I don't know if this is the right way. Great question. Let's talk about that real quick. There are a couple of ways to handle menus in Prism, okay? One way is to do just what you said. Let's go to our shell, okay? And let's say I had some type of menu bar or something up here. And I made this a region. Okay, well, no, I don't make this a region. Let's say I data bind to something. Okay? And this is how I'm going to populate my menu. That's one way. So this is not using region injection, region navigation, region injection, region discovery, none of that. This is just saying I'm going to data bind my menu to a collection of menu items. If you do this, you're going to want to create a menu service. And then in each module, you will inject your service. For example, oh yeah, that's the initialized. You'll say I menu service, right? And then in here, you will add your menu items. Service.add menu, whatever. That's nasty. You get the idea, right? And then your UI will automatically just kind of pop up. When that app runs, it's going to just automatically reflect that state change. Okay, at runtime. Oh my God, common service locate. No, I said service. Okay. Now, another way to do this, another way to handle your menus is to make, well, we got SJB. You need to put the unsubscribe module in module B, since that's the one that's listening to the event. Make it yeah. Yep. You are right. Okay. So, another approach that you could take with your menu items is to actually make this a region. Prism, region manager, region name, menu, region. In this case, in your modules, you will actually have a view. Let's just do it. Let's just add one. We'll add a new user control. Okay. Sure, user control one, that's fine. We'll delete it, no big deal. You'll actually change this to say like menu item. right? And then you can have more menu items. Oh, I don't really remember the, I don't use menu item a lot. Maybe it's menu, we just do menu item dot. I think it just adds more menu items, right? I think this is legit, right? I think that's legit. And of course, you would have to update your code, your class to be a menu item. So the idea here is that you're going to have a user control, actual visual control that you design in XAML instead of code. Create any bindings, anything you want to do here. And then in your module, you'll do register view with region. Menu region, and then your menu item class. Right? And so in this case, you're using view discovery to inject that as a region. So either way will work. It just depends on what you're trying to do. Let's delete that. Let's go back to our shell. Clean up a little bit. I cleaned that up. Yep, cleaned that up. Okay, perfect. But back to this. Okay. SJB is right. I'm thinking we add maybe a checkbox. Maybe a checkbox. Maybe. Let me think about this. Let's play around first. Let's just play around and see what we have. Oh, it's content. Content is subscribed, right? Or maybe just subscribed. And then is checked. We'll create a binding to a is sub. Maybe. Tyranius. Oh my god, this is very simple and even prettier. Never thought that a region could be a menu. Yes, a region can be anything. Anything. You can make anything a region. Okay, so let's take SJB's idea and work with this. Oh, hold on. Grid dot. I think we need row definitions here. This is gonna be height auto, right? And then height star. Grid dot row 1. I think this is gonna work. Okay, so that means we need a is subscribed back here. Oh, wait. It can't be that way. Can't be that way. Field is subscribed. Right? Like this. Okay. Death Knight. There's also a GitHub repo for Infragistics with the code, but I don't have the link. Brian, can you share that? Sure. I think that's GitHub. Infragistics, WPF samples. And specifically, it's under this applications folder. There's lots of like different projects, but the Prism apps are the IG Word, IG Outlook, IG Excel. I didn't write those. However, some people on my team did, so I'm not quite sure if they followed best practices or not. But they're all Prism apps. Okay. So what we could do... Okay, we're gonna have to change this up a little bit. Think about this. Think about this. What do we want to do? How do I want to show this? Oh. Should I just... Because we're going to be clicking it on and off. We're going to be clicking it on and off, right? Trying to think. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible, but I want to enable the click check on, check off, right? So for example, handle subscribe. Okay, let's do this. Let's get rid of that. And we're gonna have to create that. Okay. Now, if is subscribed, then we're gonna subscribe. Right? Okay, that's fine. Else we want to unsubscribe. So maybe. So Vlad, Death Knight, the best practice version of Outlook, Brian hides in his own GitHub. Yes, I do. I do actually. So what if we... What if we did this? Instead of doing that. Right? What if we did this? I actually get the event. But we store this off instead. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do that. Okay, because what that allows us to do is now it will allow us to do this. Now we can do that. And this is going to be no, I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to confuse people. Because what I can technically do... I can do this. Okay. So I can do this. I think this is working. I think this is working. Let's run this. I mean, it's a little more code than I want to write. Yep. That's a good approach. Another option, so this is good. I think this is a good, I think this is a good sample, right? Showing you how to unsubscribe and subscribe to messages on hand. Now, another thing we can do here is use a token. So, one thing, and you could use a token. Whoops. So I'm thinking if I can... Message send, unsubscribe. Not getting any messages, subscribe. Message. Okay. I'm wondering if I should show both approaches. I don't know if I should show both approaches or not. They're both valid. They're both very valid. For sure they're valid. But when I'm recording this course, is that something I need to cover? Or should I just unsubscribe using the delegate handler instead? I'm not sure. If you can cover it in time allotted, I'd say cover it since both are valid. Yeah, okay, so let's open up the before, because I did make some small changes, and I want to make sure the before is set up really well, right? I've never heard of the subscription token. I must be behind the times. It's just something that not a lot of people are aware of, you know? It's just one of those things that it's a feature of Prism that not a lot of people use. And honestly, if you're using Event Aggregator, you don't have to unsubscribe. It's just when you want to manually handle those scenarios. So it might not even be a common scenario, right? All right, let's go back to this view, because I definitely made some changes here. To the message list. So we have that. And then let's go to our view model and add... Let's add our property. Right. Except we're going to take this out. And let's get rid of... Let's get rid of that. Ugh, actually. Yeah. What should this before look like? Okay. Death Knight, need a deep dive. SJB, did you ever cover subscription token? No, in my previous course, I never talked about it. Death Knight, once you unsubscribe, Prism keeps calling you to get you to renew. Very annoying. You know what? If we don't, if there's anything we do right, is we don't spam you. That's for sure. Use it, don't use it. I don't care. I don't get paid for it, right? It's just a fun project I like to keep up. And I use it every day. I use it every single day. I'm trying to think. So think about how we're recording this and where we're starting. Okay. I'm going to close this. Where are we going to start from? Meaning, I'm going to start recording. I'm saying, okay, in this demo, we're going to see how we can subscribe and unsubscribe. We've added a is subscribe button. And based on the value of this, we're going to unsubscribe and subscribe based on this value. So should I say, let's modify the way our event aggregator is subscribing to this event. And then I can go start removing it. And then make our modifications to where they eventually look like actually... I'm not going to do that. It might be confusing. Let's just do it that way. We'll just do it that way. That's fine. And I can say, let's modify the way we're doing this, yada, yada, yada. And then we're done. I think that would work. SJB, sorry, I meant by asking if you ever cover subscription token in any other videos you published. Oh, that's a good question. That's a very good question.
Hey everyone, today...
Oop. Let's go to Prism using the event aggregator. Oh. We'll just mute that, shall we? Let's see. Let's just kind of hop through here. I don't think so. Nope. Nope, I don't. Nope, I do not. So this will be the first time I've ever talked about the event token, the subscription token. Shouldn't it be the other way around and handle subscribe? Fundy, I'm not sure I follow. If I'm subscribed, we're going to subscribe. If we're not subscribed, we're going to unsubscribe. Right? SJB, I mean, if this is an intro course and there's mention of subscription token, then you should add it to the intro course. If not, then you shouldn't add it. Crap, I do mention it. I do. Let's look at our slides. Let's go through these slides. I think I mentioned it. Oh wait, that's not the right slide deck. Sorry. Wait, unsubscribe from events. Let's go to unsubscription. Unsubscribing. Yes, I totally show with a token. So yeah, I gotta show it. So this is with, okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is going to be without the token, and we'll do another one with the token. Not a big deal. This is our before. No. This is our before. I think this is a good before. Let me just come in here and make sure it works. I did a lot of copying and pasting. So this is before, right? Send message. But what I want to happen is when I unclick, I want to stop responding to messages. I want to unsubscribe. Okay. So the before has been fixed. Then we go, this is the after, right? So we implement the code for the after. Send. Unclick. No longer sending. Clickety click click click. Not sending. Subscribe. Send. Perfect. Okay. Now we could take this. We'll take the after. Copy. Let's create a new folder. Unsubscribe events-token. There we go. Before and after. We'll paste our before in there. After. Oh, did I misspell that? Ah, crap. Oh no, I got it. I got it. Token. Okay. So let's go into our view model. And when I start this one, we're going to say, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to modify the way we're unsubscribing. And instead of using the delegate method to unsubscribe, we're going to use an event token. Okay. So we can start by defining a token, which is a subscription token. Subscription token. Okay. Then we will assign the token to the subscribe method, because the subscribe method returns the subscription token. And then when you unsubscribe, we simply use the token instead of the delegate method. So, and it still works. And that's an easy modification to make for a demo. And so subscribe, blah, 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 uncheck, and you're no longer subscribing. Check again, subscribe, bam, 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 bam. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we added one more demo. No big deal. Awesome. Team. We kicked butt today. We kicked major butt today. Not only did we get all the slides for the event aggregator done, we got all the samples done and added a sample. We rocked it today. That was awesome. I would like to thank everyone for their help, helping me figure out how that's going to work. So as you can see, there's a lot that goes into a Pluralsight course, right? Death Knight. Let's get to the important stuff. How's the chair? Well, so I've only had the chair a couple days, right? So far, so good. Now, it's really firm, but it's not bad. You know, and because so I'm 6 feet 3 inches tall. I'm pretty tall, and this chair is perfect for my height. And one thing I really like about it, well crap, it's a little low. Let's see if I can get it over here. Yeah, that's just about as much as I can get in here. But you see this pillow right here? That pillow is a lifesaver. Oh my gosh, that. Oh, okay, over here. Let's see. And yep, that's about it. This pillow is awesome. Because before, like when I'm at my desk, you know, I can't sit my head back on a chair because before my chair wasn't tall enough, so my head would, it would just go back like that, right? And even if it was a back that was high enough for my head, my neck would be back like this, right? You'd be like scrunching your neck, sitting back. But with that pillow, you can sit your head back, and it's just you're just perfect up and down, and you're relaxed, right? And you're like your back is straight. Before, I would have my head and my shoulders rolled forward, and my head, like my neck, forward. I'd always have like upper back pain because my neck is always stretched forward. So that pillow makes a huge difference. I can't believe not all chairs come with back pillows or neck pillows. Yeah, so far I love it. So far I like this chair, but like I said, it's only been a couple days. Let's see what happens. Let me break it in, and I'll give you an update on the chair. So, cool. All right, everyone. SJB, you got an estimate time when you're going to put this new course out on Pluralsight? Yes, I do. I plan to be done with the course, recording, editing, publishing, all the demos before and after the slides, the questions, for all 12 modules. And I think 3 months. 3 months. I think that's what it is. Maybe 2.5. And then once all my stuff is done, right? All my stuff is done. Then however long it takes Pluralsight to do their thing, right? Draw1865, thanks for the follow. Because that's just my part. My part is I have a commitment to get this done by a certain time. And then Pluralsight's going to take all my videos, all my slides, all my demos, and put them in their system. They'll get their marketing team together. They'll do all their release stuff that they have to do as a company. And however long it takes them to release it is on them. I have no control over that. But my part should be done in about 2.5 months. Great question. Vlad, after work from home for 2 weeks, I guess I need an upgrade of desk and chair too. Yeah, so I have a, what's it called? I have an uplift standing desk. And so I love this desk. Hands down, I love this desk. The uplift desk, I've had it for a few years now. Mine is 7 feet wide, so plenty of space for all my toys and gadgets and stuff. And then right now, it will lift. Like, the height of this thing is crazy. Crazy high. Like I said, I'm 6'3", and this camera sits above my monitor, so we're probably, what, 3 feet off the table. And so my desk is at just below my chest, and I'm 6'3", and it can go up higher. Okay, so, and I can lower it, raise it. I have programmable buttons, so like I have a button for my sitting position. I have a button for my streaming position. I have a button for like when I do YouTube videos and I have to stand back away from the camera and I'm like doing a full body shot. I have another button that kind of brings my camera down more level. So yeah, it's really cool. I like the buttons. I like pushing buttons. I can't help it. And then with this new chair, man, I'm loving it. My office is almost complete. Almost complete. I'm super excited. I've been slowly building out my studio. Slowly building out my studio. Got my sound panels up. Got all my lights, my mics. Yeah. Just takes time, but I'm slowly building it up. I think there's only one more piece of equipment that I'm going to be looking at. But I'll wait. It's not necessary. It's just to make things a little easier. Emotes. Oh, God, I got to learn more about emotes. I did one emote. But I think I could do more. The problem is I don't know what would make a good emote. Right? Like, I don't know. I don't know what makes a good emote. I gotta think. Maybe I'll just pay someone on 5R to create some remotes. You know, I see a lot of streamers, they have some creative emotes. I want some creative emotes. I don't know. I guess I'm not that creative. I can't think of anything. So I try to think like, oh, well, I have a husky. Maybe I can have some husky emotes that do different things, right? Yes, Death Knight. Something that works with my style and content, but I don't know if I figured out my style yet. You know? I don't have it figured out yet. And I still have to have Dan give me a tutorial on those freaking channel points, what those are all about. Yeah, I got time. I'll figure it out. I was kind of thinking of just using my dog, putting like sunglasses on my dog and having my dog do stuff. I don't know. Little husky emotes. I don't know. I have no idea. I'll have to think about it. I do want to do something though. And I want to do something fun, like, so when I'm like talking about, like, this is my talking head scene, right? So you see my head, you see the chat window, my mic, a little banner at the bottom. But if I go to like desktop, here's my desktop scene. Okay? And I have other scenes like secrets and thanks and be right back, things like that. But like when I'm on this scene, I want to do something unique, something fun. I don't know. I'm a experiment. I've been watching a lot of like other streamers and different things like music and arts and plants and horticulture and like just looking at all the different ways of people keep their streams engaging. And so I'm going to try to just take some notes out of their book and find what I like and start implementing those, right? Just to think more fun. Yeah, Stream Elements, they might have some good tutorials, right? So, all right. Well, let's do this. SGBait, what other Prism projects do you have in store with Pluralsight? Well, great question. So right now, I am working on this, updating the WPF for Prism Pluralsight course. I had a Xamarin course I was working on, but that was put on hold, and I'm doing this one. So I don't know if I'm going to go back and finish the Xamarin Forms one, if they want me to or not. I don't know how much. So the thing about Pluralsight is they actually have like a list of topics that they want people to record. And then you submit a proposal and you try to win that proposal. Now, I'm the Prism guy. I have that niche, but it's a very small niche. Like, I will never be as popular like as the C# topics, the Angular topics, the Blazor topics, the React stuff, right? Those get a ton of views. My course is very specific to a very, small group of people. So, yeah, my reach is a little different, and they don't put as much importance on framework courses, right? Yeah, Vlad would watch the XF course. Oh, SJB would watch the Xamarin Forums as well. Yes, and Dan does a lot of Prism for Xamarin Forums as well. But he doesn't do any courses. And I don't know, courses take so much time. Like, this takes so much time. I just don't know if it's worth it. Now, for this specific course, I am contractually obligated to update it. It's in my contract. But after this, I don't know. They just take so much time to do. We'll see. We'll see. I may just put them up on my YouTube channel instead. Like, small, short, little, very focused videos like I was doing before. And, yeah. Definitely. Yep. I could always just do like a Prism Pluralsight on your stream. So, I have started a few. So, if you go to youtube.com/Brian Lagunas, actually, let's just do... Right. I do have some Xamarin Form stuff that I started. I haven't quite finished. I got busy. Right, we all get busy. But I do have some basic Prism stuff. I do have some Xamarin Form stuff. I would do a WPF one, but I've been so busy doing this content, so I haven't got to it yet, right? And then, of course, I back up all of my streams there. Even do some Angular stuff. But yeah, I need to get back on that, man. Time. It's all about time and how much time we have in a day, right? It's always limited. Why can't we have more time? Okay, well, you know what? I think I'm going to wrap it up now. But before I do, let's find someone to raid. Let's see, who is here? What is Carl Franklin doing? What is Carl doing? I think he's playing music. Let's see. I'm just going to look. I'm going to peek at what he's doing. Oh, no, he's coding. Oh, my goodness. He's coding. Let's hop. Let's go jump in on Carl. So I'm going to do a, what is it? /raid at Carl Franklin. I think that's how we do it. All right. So let's queue up this raid. Let's queue up that raid. All right. While everyone's getting ready to raid Mr. Carl Franklin of .NET Rocks, I want to take a minute to thank all of you for joining me today. It's just so much fun when you all join me. It's like the funnest part of my week. Tuesday and Thursdays, I have the most fun, and it's because of you. And I really appreciate all your support. I appreciate the conversations. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate you all. So thank you for joining me today. I will see you next time. Let's go ahead and raid Carl. See ya. Oh, wrong button.